Okay, so one of the biggest questions we get asked is how to deal with that first day of wearing hair or wearing new hair. It could be your first time wearing hair ever. It could be your first time wearing a new topper or wig to your last topper or wig. It's a really big day full of anxiety. Am I right? All you want is to get through the day without anyone actually noticing that you've got this fabulous new hair on. As excited as you might be to have the new hair, you really just don't want anyone to comment on it. It's fabulous, you're fabulous, but if we could just get through the day without drawing any attention to our hair, that would be great. So how do we make that first day a little bit less obvious to everyone around us that it's our first day wearing hair or new hair? One of my biggest tips, tricks, hacks for this, because I've been there. I've been wearing hair for nearly 25 years myself. And when I was in school or in a job or wherever I was, that first day with a new piece was really stressful. I was so anxious that sometimes I would put off wearing my new wig for days, weeks. I just couldn't do it. I'd get to the morning, I'd put it on, like, nope, and I'm putting the old one on and I'm just going to work like that. Especially school, actually, that was a big one. But one of my biggest kind of tips, I guess, in hindsight, isn't hindsight amazing, is that I learned to kind of do a few things in the weeks leading up to wearing a new piece. So if you're thinking about getting a new piece, or you've got a new piece on the way, or you've got a new piece in your cupboard that you haven't worn yet, then try this. What you're gonna do is learn to change up your look a few times in the lead up to wearing a new piece. Now, I bet a lot of us can relate to this because this was me too. And I think this will really resonate with our androgenic alopecia gals who have been wearing their hair a specific way because you really only have one way to wear it sometimes. Like, drop a comment if you are in that position where there's really only one way you can wear your hair, that it looks a way that you're comfortable to go out. Often that means a lot of fibers or brushing it a certain way or wearing up a certain way so it just looks passable, doesn't show any of your thin spots, etc. And you've been wearing it that one way for as long as you can remember. And that was me in wigs too, because look, I didn't really know how to do my hair, and by the time I was due for a new piece, my wig was super thin because I only ever had one at a time growing up, that I was the same as you. I was wearing it one way to cover the gaps or the kind of bald spot on the top or whatever it was. And so everyone was so used to seeing me wear my hair one way, and it was either like a half up, half down, or a, low ponytail. Actually, the low ponytail was like, a giveaway that I was due for a new wig. If you hadn't seen me in anything other than a low ponytail for like 3 months, then you were about ready to expect some new hair on my head soon. So obviously, because of that, I'd been wearing my hair one way and it was looking particularly not fabulous. To then go to like a brand new gorgeous full wig was very stressful. So I totally understand where everyone's coming from. Like, how am I going to go from this bio hair to this gorgeous topper or gorgeous wig without drawing any attention to myself? Okay, so the trick is, as I said, leading up to that first big day, to start becoming the queen of doing your hair different ways. And I know, as we just covered, that's not easy when you've got thin hair or an old piece that you're trying to just make it work. So what you're gonna wanna do is get a little bit creative. Maybe just go and buy a couple of like fun, thick headbands, big scrunchies, big clips, just a few different things to help you achieve some different styles, because sometimes it can be hard to achieve different styles with just your hair, which is why you're in this position. But if you grab some accessories and have a bit of a play around, maybe just try a few different things. One day you've got a big headband on, a few days later you've got a big scrunchie and you've got your hair up and you've done it a bit differently. Just become a bit of a queen of doing your hair a little bit differently in preparation. Like, do that before you get your topper and wear it for the first day. You'll want to do it after because you've got so much hair to work with then. It's so much easier. But if you do it before, you'll get a comment on the first day like, oh, I love that headband. It's really cute. Where's it from? And people will start to see you with different hair. So when you get your piece and wear it for the first time, it is not the first time they've seen you with different hair in 6 months, 6 years, whatever it is for you. And it's not going to be so like strange for them, and you're not going to get comments on your hair in a, oh, you've done your hair differently. I never see you with your hair down. I like it. You know, those kind of comments that just like really point out the fact that you've done something different for the first time in a long time. They'll just think, oh, you've done your hair different again today. I love it. I love it. Like, that's all it's going to be. They're going to not think too much of it. You could wear it with that big, thick headband that you just wore the other day, and now you're wearing it today again, but you happen to have a topper under there. They're probably not going to notice that part. They're just going to notice that headband that you wore the other day. And it's just going to help kind of like merge the like no topper to topper, or no wig to wig, or old wig to new full wig all together to everyone around you. They're not going to notice, honestly. Like, the chances of people commenting on it are low. Like, we cover this all the time. I have been in this lighter hair with a fringe for months now, and someone on Sunday pointed it out to me, like, I love the fringe, have you gone lighter? And I've seen her like 10 times and that was the first time she'd noticed. So trust me, like, the chances of people commenting is already low, but I know that doesn't help. I know that doesn't help you feel 100% like anxiety free, because I've been there. So I hope this little tip and trick helps, because that's what I did. I started by wearing, a headband, and I speak headband when I was transitioning from a piece with a fringe to a piece with no fringe. I was so stressed, but I'd wanted to go no fringe for such a long time. I was like, I'm doing it. But I, like, that wig sat in my cupboard for ages. I was way too scared to wear it to work. So I started by wearing my fringe piece with a headband. So people started to see my face like this again. So then when I wore my piece without a fringe, eventually, it wasn't like, it didn't look different. It didn't look that different at all. In fact, no one commented. So anyway, that's just a little tip from my experience, and I hope that helps and reduces that anxiety on that first day, so you can just walk in with confidence with your distracting item like a headband, if that's what you choose to do, and just let yourself be fabulous and get on with your day without spending the whole day or week worrying about what people are thinking of your hair being different for the first time in 6 months. Let us know how you go. I really, really, really want to know if this helps anyone. So please put it in the comments if you try this, or if this gives you some ideas and you're going to try this leading up to your new piece arriving. I can't wait to hear all about it.